Hello everybody, my name is Shirzad and today is my first podcast on YouTube. I am very excited because I really want to tell you a lot of things about my life, about myself, about all those obstacles that I've overcome throughout my life. And yeah, I'm 15 by the way, and I'll turn 16 after a month. Like not a month, but 28, 27 days, almost a month. So today's video is gonna be not that long and not that short. And today I really want to talk about my life. I really want to talk about how I was feeling. And by the way, the person that you're seeing on your screen right now, this person didn't used to look like this a year ago. Yeah, get ready. Oh my God. I don't want to laugh because this is very sad and this is very serious. Get ready to see my photos like 2 years ago and even a year ago. Here, look at this person. Look at this person. Look at this person. And look at this person. And now look at me. I feel like I don't know even how to say this. And this transformation was in a year, by the way. A year ago, I used to look like this, and now I look like that. I'm gonna talk about this also. So let's get started. I'm very excited. I hope you guys will enjoy this podcast, and I hope I will be able to explain my thoughts and everything clearly so that you guys will not find this podcast boring or unuseful. So let's begin. Let's start with me introducing myself. So my name is Shirzad. My surname is Shamsuddinov. You don't need that. I was born in August 19th, 2010. Yeah, and I'll turn 16 a month later, after a month. So yeah, I'm sorry if I make some mistakes because I am not a native speaker. I am Uzbek and I started learning English when I was 9, so I'm still learning it. I'm still learning something new, and I can't say that I can speak fluent or I can't make any mistakes. So please don't pay too much attention to my mistakes and don't be harsh on me, alright? So, I introduced myself already, and now let me tell you my story. So, when I was a kid, I used to be a very different person. First of all, I didn't used to look like this. I already told you that. I didn't used to look like this, and even when I was kid, especially when I was kid, I used to look like this. This is my childhood picture. I hope you guys are surprised because, yeah, this is very surprising because as a child, first of all, I was very bubbly. I can't say that I had a lot of friends, no, but I had plenty of friends, like a very good friends, and I used to always be like outside. I used to do so many things, but I feel like after so many years, as I look at these pictures, the only thing that I see is probably just the happiest human being in the entire world. I really was the happiest human being because I didn't have any worries. I would just do what I liked doing, and I didn't really pay attention to what people would say to me. I was just like, yeah, I'm just living my life, and that's it. So yeah, I was a very happy and a very friendly person, and I still am. Don't think that right now I am cruel or something. No, I still am, but as we age, as we get older, many things change, so I've changed as well. So yeah, I mean, I remember like when I was 9, I started learning English, and then this whole journey has been pretty hard for me. I remember always struggling with this language. I remember always just being like, no, I want to quit. I want to quit. I don't want to do this anymore because I don't know, like at the time, this language just seemed so boring to me. I was like, why do I need to even learn this? I mean, oh, just like because there were many people, like I was surrounded by so many lazy people, by people who didn't want to do anything, by people who would always complain about their lives, and I was just like, God, I either need to get rid of them or I need to fix myself, and I need to learn this language till I actually can speak fluently, until I actually can understand other people speaking English. So Yeah, of course, it has been hard for me. I can't say that it was easy. I mean, learning any language is hard, you know? You can't just wake up and speak German or French or even English. It requires a lot and lot of hard work and patience. So, yeah, this journey of mine has been pretty difficult, and I still am struggling with this language. Sometimes I can forget some words, sometimes I can't even forget that I know English because, you know, most of the times, like, as in my family, nobody speaks English, and I only speak English. I speak in English. So I struggle with that pretty much because, you know, as I said, nobody speaks in English and I don't have any partner. So yeah, most of the times I struggle, but I still kind of find it funny to speak to myself because I have that imaginary friend, and as stupid as it might sound, I talk to my imaginary friend every day. I don't skip that thing. I can speak like whatever. I can speak like my breakfast. I can speak saying hello to someone, but I never skip talking to my imaginary friend because that's the only person that I can talk to. Because if I don't, I can literally forget this language. Like, it's true, I can forget, and I will never be able to speak again. So I need to practice more and more so that I can be even more fluent and I can, you know, learn some new words. So, as I said, my journey has been pretty difficult and I struggled so many times. I remember there were days, as I said, I wanted to quit, and then also there were days when I kind of felt like I was not doing my best and that this was not my thing. That, like, of course, I started so like in a very great way and I thought I'd be able to continue, but then at the time I just thought no, like it's way too hard for me. But if you can see, I'm here speaking in English right now, like recording this video. And by the way, I have this surprise that I wanted to show you. Are you ready for this? I mean, a lot of people know, like the people that I'm surrounded with, they know it. But for those of you who are seeing me for the first time, I got this. I have this. Yeah, and it's not like, first of all, people, please. Don't think that I'm showing always this, or don't think that I started recording this video just to because just show you this. No, I'm just showing you what like what I had been studying for, what I had been, you know, aiming for. Like, this was so hard to get. Oh my God, guys, because you know, preparing for so it's IELTS, yeah. Preparing for this exam was even harder than starting learning. Well, what am I saying? Calm down, everything's fine. Yeah, it was even harder than learning this English, so I'm gonna show you my certificate here. Yeah, the picture is just great. Like, I really love that person who took this. Thank you so much. Oh, something is wrong. Let me fix this. 1 minute. Oh God, what's wrong with my phone? Oh God, that's it. So, here is my certificate. As you can see, I took it in when in January 19th, 2026. Yeah, this year. So it's been over like how many months? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, 7 months. So yeah, it's been 7 months since I've taken this exam. Oh God, you guys can't even imagine what I was feeling when I got this IELTS because as I said, it was my dream from the beginning, and I remember just seeing all those people who, you know, took IELTS at that time when I was learning English. I remember looking at them and being like, will I ever be able to get like at least six? Because I remember those people would always say, "Oh, getting five is even harder. Like getting 5.5 is impossible." But then when I got seven, and when I know how much I prepared for this, I'm like, no, if you try your best, if you do everything in your power to prepare yourself, to work hard, you can get seven as I got. But don't think that this was earned in an easy way. No, I worked my literal, I don't want to say this, but you know what I meant. So yeah, this is what I wanted to show you, and I remember like in January when when I saw this result with my mom, I was so happy. Like, you know that feeling when you've been struggling with something for a long time, and when that thing already happened and left you alone, it feels like that weight on your back just leaves from you. You know, it just disappears and goes somewhere else. So I really like felt that, and I remember showing this to my classmates as well. They were also happy, but yeah, I feel like everyone was happy and I was happy as well because can you imagine like working so hard and getting what you want? I feel like that's probably one of the best feelings in the world. So I'm sorry if I speak fast. This is just my I don't know how to even explain this. I always speak fast. I try to speak slowly. So I already showed you my IELTS, and now let me talk about my traumas. This might sound pretty strange, but yeah, like any person, I also had a lot of traumas when I was child. Not even child, but probably yeah, between being a child and a teenager, you know, that time. Especially I remember when I was studying in 6th grade, in 7th grade, it started then, and I remember people used to bully me. I don't want to say who it was, or I don't want to say like their name or something, but people really were bullying me for just being who I am. You know, as I said, I was like, as you already saw the pictures, I was pretty fat and I didn't used to like this. My face was full of acne. I still have acne, but not that much, as you can see, because I really am working on that. I really want to change the way my face looks because I feel like face card is a very important thing. So yeah, and at that time I remember just being so like I don't know, obsessed, not obsessed, upset. I'm sorry, it's happening again. I remember being so upset that people were hating me, and I was like, why do people have so much hatred towards me? I mean, what did I do wrong? And then eventually, like, as I've changed myself and as I've grown up and as I've gained so much knowledge, I've finally understood that people were judging me because I was fat and I was pretty I don't even know how to say this. I think it's gonna be pretty rude, but yeah, I didn't used to look fine. You know, my face didn't used to look fine. My body didn't used to look fine, and especially I remember just I would always eat a lot. Like even at school, I would just go to the cafeteria. I would buy so much. Like I feel like in like after every lesson, I would go and buy like either like something sweet or just like a plate of food. And I would do that every day. Like I would eat at home, I would eat at school, and then I would like again eat at home. And this routine had been within me for a long time until I let it go. So yeah, it was pretty hard for me to survive, and I know that a lot of teenagers struggle with that. And what I want you to say, no, what I want you to understand is that people will always talk about you whether you want it or not. Just remember this. People will always talk about you whether you want it or not. You won't be able to shut someone's mouth, or you won't be able to say, hey, I really hate that you're talking to me that way. I really don't want you to do that. Can you just stop doing it? Just knock it off. We can say that. Of course we can, but people will not listen to us because, come on, everyone has their own opinion. Everyone thinks that what they are doing is right and what we're saying is wrong. It's always like this, you know? We won't be able to change people's opinions. So I'm saying you this right now. I am telling you this right now because I was that kind of a person. I really used to like always try to change someone's opinion about me. I used to be like, no, I don't deserve so much hatred. I don't deserve all those words that you're saying to me. I used to do so much of this, and I just remember always being so depressed about that. And I knew that those people, they didn't give a crap about what they said. They just said something, those words hurt me, they forgot. But I always remember them. I still remember so many people talking shit about me. Oh God. Sometimes I really am so proud of myself that I didn't give up.